Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about how to target the sandwich generation with pay-per-click ads. My name is Kevin Benet, and my company is Savvy Senior Marketing. Let me share my screen and we'll get started. Anyone in the senior care industry wants to target that generation that's between the elderly parents and the children. And oftentimes a middle-aged person is taking care of their loved one who is getting old, their mother or dad, but at the same time, they're trying to take care of their own children and they get caught in between. I'd like to start with a story of my dad who was here pictured in a nursing home, but a few years before that, he was living in his condominium and he was very active, very healthy. He walked 20 minutes a day, sometimes more. And one day he fell and he could not get up. And he crawled around for a few days. And we finally found him and took him to the hospital. And then after that, he lived with my sisters. But this story could have been tragic. And I know there's a lot of other elderly people out there who are in danger of falling and they need home care. And there's other services that they need also. So this story of my dad motivates me very much to do what I can to bring the seniors into contact with the services that they need. Here's the overview of our presentation today. We're going to talk about marketing basics and then Savvy Senior Marketing's unique lead generation system, and finally, how we can help you. This is a private video, or in other words, it's called Unlisted, and I'm hoping that if you want to share it with someone, please ask me because it contains some private information that I just don't want out there for everybody to see. Here is this last weekend's headline from the Wall Street Journal. It talks about how tech's Triple won in advertising. The three companies, Google, Facebook, and Amazon, now collect more than half of all ad dollars. And that has a lot to do with the pandemic, which kept people inside. And so all the advertisers went to digital media where the people were. And so that is going to help you when it comes to marketing. There are all kinds of marketing that you can do. We're going to talk about how does paid advertising differ, especially digital marketing. First of all, there are referrals, which everybody depends on. Referrals are golden. The only thing is it's hard to get a lot of them. You have hired salespeople, you have social media, email in the post office, and so forth. Some of them I think are effective, are more effective than others. Pay-per-click marketing, finally, has the advantage in that it can be started up rather easily and quickly. Also, you could turn it on and off. You can change your message, change your ad rather easily. And so if you want to boost your leads that you get, then pay-per-click is a good choice. Here's the classic marketing funnel. You have the wide part of the funnel on the top where a lot of people are entering. They just have a minimal interest, or maybe they have no awareness of their needs. For example, we did not know that my dad really needed either home care or some better way to check up on him, maybe monitoring or so forth. And so as people become aware of their needs, partly through our advertising, they enter the marketing funnel. And as they move down the funnel, they're more likely to buy because now they're more educated. And by the time they come out of the funnel, they have paid for your service, and they are happy campers, as you can see on this graphic. This is the customer journey from awareness of your product or service. It grows to interest, and you want to make that progress to desire and action. Marketing collateral is important, and it's something that we here at Savvy Senior Marketing require, because all the paid advertising in the world, it's not going to do you much good unless you have a certain good digital footprint. If people found you digitally, then they will have to see proof of your good work through digital means. So first of all, it means a website that is attractive and mobile friendly. A free item. This is something that's offered that will entice people. We'll talk about that later. A Facebook business page. Facebook customer ratings are not that important. So I've checked the first three here. Moving on, Google My Business. You need to have that page claimed if you have not done so. And that's a free listing by Google. Now, the Google My Business customer ratings are very important. We'd like to see at least 2 or 3 on there from happy customers. An email sending system is important. And if you can send out regular emails to people and even have an automated system where you have a sequence of emails all set up for you, and as soon as somebody enters the mailing list, they are sent this succession of emails. Here's something that I think is very important today: YouTube intro video. This is a very short video, maybe a minute and a half. You simply describe your service and why you want to serve people. This can be put as part of your advertising. It's a very good tool because people want to get to know you. LinkedIn profile business page, that's easy to set up. Professional recognition and awards, it's nice. If you don't have them, that's okay. And we move down here. Texting capability is important, as you will see, as we will see in a few minutes. Here's how the Savvy Senior Marketing lead generation system works. First, you have to target your audience, and then you offer your free item, and then you follow up. And follow-up is, of course, a phone call, and also you want to keep up with them with your email newsletters. We find that middle-aged people are part of the sandwich generation. We find that targeting women age 55 and older that's probably the best demographic because they're the ones taking care of their parents. Facebook interests is something that focuses on certain interest areas like you can Medicare or various sicknesses, COPD, liver diseases, dementia, Alzheimer's. Here's a couple sample ads that we've been running for a client. Are you shocked at the high cost of nursing homes? Upset at thinking you will lose your life savings? When people click here, they sign up and put in their information. They find out about a webinar coming up that teaches them how to hang on to some or all of your assets while entering a nursing home and qualifying for Medicaid. Here's another ad. When we took Howard to the nursing home, we worried about how we were going to pay for it all. This is storytelling, and it's an effective technique. How do you write your ads? Well, your service has many good features that will attract your audience. However, you must find that one single overwhelming desire that they have, as described by Eugene Schwartz, the famous copywriter of some years ago. You have to be able to identify that and know their feelings and expose it or bring it to light and be very sympathetic with them. When you can do that, when you know the mind of your consumer, you can have a good ad. A free item is what's used today. When you give something away for free, it teaches the person about you. We suggest either a webinar or a free PDF guide, and we can help you with setting up both the webinar. And the webinar is a good technique because it reaches people today in a way that's familiar to them. It's very personal. Another way is a free PDF guide. This can be a short guide of just like 3 or 4 pages or even less, and it explains some aspect of the home care service that you're offering. When people get it, they feel somewhat indebted to you to return the favor by doing business with you. This is called the law of reciprocity. Phone calls are very important. There was a study done where they tested out different lengths of time where the salesman made the phone call. Well, if it was a few hours later, they got so much a response. If it was 1 hour later, in other words, 1 hour after they answered the ad, they got a much better response. And if it was within 5 minutes, it was a huge increase in the conversion rate of the prospect. When I'll be talking about the system in a few minutes. Here's what happens to the names that come in. And you can see here we have a lot of dates in March, and we got 22 leads for the first 22 days in March. So if you're getting about 7 leads a month, that's pretty good. I'm sorry, 7 leads a week. Here's what happens to the leads as they come in with our system. They come in through a Facebook ad. We have the option of either a landing page or what's called a Facebook lead form. They both have their advantages. We've used both of them. With the lead form, they never have to leave Facebook. They just, their name and address just pops up in the fields, and then they just press submit. With a landing page, they actually go off Facebook onto another website. You can do a better job, more thorough of explaining the service to them, and nice pictures that motivates them. And we can help. We do set up both of these as part of our service. Thirdly, integration software is something that takes the leads and sends them both to your cell phone and also to an existing email list. Within a very quick time, these leads are sent to your cell phone. It has the name, first name, last name, the email address, and the phone number, and also has the ad used with this particular lead. So if it's an ad that describes a free PDF, then you're notified that on your cell phone. If it's an ad that promises the webinar, then you can use that when you talk to the person. So you're prompted as to what you should talk about when you make that phone call. And as I said, if you can make it as quickly as possible after they enter their name and address, that is golden. Then their name is also automatically added to an email list. We have an email list. We can also send it to your email list if you would like that. Then we have a series of automated emails that go out as part of our Help My Senior community. And I'll be explaining that in a little while. Now, let me explain, and I don't want to make this too complicated, but we do have a lead sharing system where you are given the lead, and that lead is not shared with any other client in the sense that they do not get the name and email and phone number of your client. But it does go on to our email list because we like to send these people a lot of different instructional and helpful educational emails about senior living and surviving dementia. These go out to the prospects. And so they go out to a collective pool of prospects. We send out an email for you once a month that describes your service. And so this is helpful. A lot of, or I should say, some senior care services do not have regular email mailings. And so this helps these people to be to keep them aware of your service and keeps them connected to us, and we can talk highly about what you do. So, as long as you're doing the leads for us, we'll mention you in these emails to our list. This email list promotes the services of all of our clients. It provides pitch newsletters of your service, and we run general articles and so forth. Finally, here's what we can do for you. Our basic program includes the integrations and one email per month that talks well of you. Then, the landing page is optional for an extra fee. Your own email system is possible. We can write emails for you on a regular basis. And the additional lead magnet campaigns. So you might want to try something else like a PDF or some other gift, a freebie that you give them. In that case, we have to write a new ad and frequently, if it calls for it, a landing page for that. And so that is optional for an extra fee. So to wrap it up here, just to summarize, I've gone over the marketing basics, and I've talked about our own unique lead gen system and also how we can help you. You always have to keep your marketing going. You can never be complacent and assume that all these leads will keep coming in. You have to have a steady stream of prospects. And so that means keeping in touch with your target audience on a regular basis. The real key is to develop a pool of names that you regularly reach. These are prospects that you send emails to, you send direct mail to, you might call them up every once in a while, but you always have to keep new prospects coming in because your current customers will either be passing on or they'll just be dropping off, which happens to every business. That's the presentation. It's all about getting more clients with Savvy Senior Marketing's lead generation service. I hope you'll be looking into our service and giving me a call. Please make an appointment on my appointment list, or simply call me at or contact me somehow, and I'll be happy to talk about helping you find more clients for your senior care service. Thanks very much. My name is Kevin Benet with Savvy Senior Marketing.